Would you believe that the secret behind those massive blue ribbon vegetables doesn't involve a single chemical? Amish farmers have spent generations refining all-natural growing methods that consistently deliver jaw-dropping results. Their time-tested techniques are simple, inexpensive, and surprisingly powerful, often producing crops twice the size of what most modern gardeners can achieve. At the heart of their success is a deeply rooted philosophy. They don't just use soil, they create it. This fundamental mindset shapes every part of their gardening process. Instead of relying on synthetic shortcuts, they focus on building living, nutrient-rich foundations that feed plants naturally and sustainably. It's this intentional, soil-first approach that enables them to grow such extraordinary produce. No chemicals required. Amish soil philosophy: building soil, not just using it. When it comes to growing giant vegetables, the Amish don't just plant in soil, they craft it like a builder, laying the foundation for a cathedral. This mindset is crucial. Rather than treating soil as something you dump seeds into, the Amish treat it as a living, evolving ecosystem. It starts with layers. The base layer includes large organic materials, things like sticks, bark, and thick roots. This layer decomposes slowly, adds drainage, and supports soil structure for years. Above that is a layer of partially decomposed organic matter, kitchen scraps, last year's compost, leaf mold, feeding microbial life as the season progresses. Finally, the top layer is where the magic happens. Finely sifted, fully composted material that crumbles in your hand and smells sweet and earthy. It's packed with nutrition to give seedlings an explosive start. This layered design isn't just pretty, it fuels plant growth from the roots up, holding moisture, releasing nutrients over time. Wood ash mineral boost. Instead of discarding wood ash, Amish gardeners use it as a potent natural fertilizer, especially from hardwoods like oak. It contains 18 trace minerals, like potassium and magnesium, that significantly increase yield and flavor. Proper timing and amounts are crucial to avoid overly alkaline soil, and targeted applications are customized for crops like tomatoes and root vegetables, turning hearth waste into garden gold. To most people, fireplace ash is waste. To the Amish, it's black gold. Specifically, hardwood ash, like from oak or maple, is prized for its mineral content. It contains calcium, magnesium, potassium, and 18 other trace elements that fuel plant growth. Amish gardeners collect this ash carefully, never from treated wood or coal. It's sprinkled in small amounts, about a cup per 10 square feet, then gently worked into the top inch of soil. The key is timing. They apply it at least 2 weeks before planting to allow the high pH to mellow. This prevents nutrient lockout, which can happen if soil gets too alkaline. Different plants get ash at different times. Tomatoes receive it at planting, root vegetables once they reach 6 inches tall. The Amish even tailor ash use to soil tests, ensuring they don't over-apply. The result? Yield boosts of 27 to 32% in ash-treated plots, with vegetables that store longer and taste better. This isn't random, it's a strategy. In Amish thinking, nothing goes to waste. Wood heats the home, then feeds the garden. One cycle ends, another begins. And if your veggies are hitting plate size, a little fireplace ash might just be the reason. Crop rotation, the art of the space cycle. Most gardeners rotate crops. Amish farmers take it to another level. Their approach, called the space cycle, is a masterclass in biological rhythm. Plants are divided into 7 families: roots, leaves, legumes, fruits, etc., and never follow each other in the same bed. For example, carrots won't follow lettuce. Tomatoes never grow where beans once did. Why? Because each plant both depletes and leaves behind specific nutrients. Rotating smartly balances the soil over time and helps prevent disease. Amish gardeners track rotations with hand-drawn garden maps passed down through generations, increases yield by over 40%, and prevents disease cycles without chemicals. Every 7th year, soil rests completely to rejuvenate. Some plots are even allowed to rest entirely every 7th year, a Sabbath for the soil. Data shows this method boosts yields by up to 41% over random planting, especially by the 3rd full cycle. And it's not just about nutrients. These rotations break pest life cycles, reduce disease buildup, and let soil breathe. For tiny gardens, the Amish use vertical layers, planting corn, beans, and squash together so each uses different heights. Their system is so detailed, it's like watching a symphony of photosynthesis. While most of us wing it from season to season, Amish farmers know exactly what's growing, where, and why. Its strategy meets tradition, and it works. Compost tea fertilizer. A signature Amish fertilizer is a fermented compost tea brewed over 14 days using rainwater, compost, eggshells, fish bones, molasses, and even raw milk. Stirred daily with wooden paddles, the tea bubbles with microbial life and must be used within 24 hours of peak fermentation, supplying over 4 billion microorganisms per tablespoon to supercharge plant growth. Behind many Amish barns, a quiet miracle is brewing. The process starts with fresh rainwater, never chlorinated tap water, which can kill beneficial microbes. To this, they add a special blend: kitchen compost, crushed eggshells for calcium, fish bones for phosphorus, molasses to feed bacteria, and sometimes even a splash of raw milk. One Amish gardener swears the milk wakes up the sleepy helpers. It's stirred daily with wooden paddles, never metal, which can interfere with microbial activity. As the mixture ferments, it bubbles, froths, and smells like a forest after rain. The Amish know it's ready when a spoonful dropped back into the barrel creates at least 10 bubbles. That's how they test for microbial potency. No fancy gadgets needed. Once brewed, the tea must be used within 24 hours. It's applied in diluted form to seedlings and full strength every 2 weeks to established plants. The result? Crops with higher nutrient density. Amish-grown tomatoes, for example, test with up to 34% more lycopene than supermarket ones. It's not magic, it's microbial mastery. Biochar, ancient soil science reborn. You've probably seen charcoal, but have you heard of biochar? The Amish have, and they treat it like black diamonds. Biochar is a special type of charcoal made by slowly burning organic matter, like branches or garden waste, in low oxygen cone pits to create biochar, carbon-rich soil enhancer. This process locks carbon in place and creates a structure full of tiny pores, perfect for holding water, nutrients, and microbes. But raw biochar isn't useful right away. It must be charged by soaking in compost tea for a few weeks. This fills the pores with life, literally, and prevents it from pulling nutrients out of the soil. Once ready, it's added to planting holes, garden beds, or mixed into the soil. Sandy soils hold more moisture. Clay soils become lighter and drain better. Most impressive, biochar-treated beds hold onto nitrogen that would otherwise leach away. Amish gardeners have used this technique for generations, improving soil that stays fertile for decades. It's low-tech, high-impact, and backed by science. If compost is the food, biochar is the pantry. Together, they feed plants better than any synthetic fertilizer ever could. Biochar-treated soil keeps nutrients from leaching away and continues improving soil quality for decades. Animal integration, living fertilizer, and pest control. In Amish gardens, animals aren't just barn dwellers. They're active garden partners and are essential to Amish gardening. Rabbits are often kept above compost piles, so their droppings fall straight into the heap. Rabbit manure is rich in nitrogen and doesn't need aging like cow or chicken manure. Chickens come in after harvest to scratch through leftover plants, eat bugs and larvae, and leave behind their own fertilizer. It's pest control and soil enrichment in one. Ducks and geese roam during the growing season, snacking on insects but leaving plants alone. Geese even eat weeds selectively, acting like little lawnmowers. Each animal has a role, and they rotate through garden sections with precise timing. Chickens might work a plot for 3 days, followed by rest periods to let manure break down. This timing prevents overgrazing and over-fertilizing. The result is a natural balance, reduces pests by 71%, richer soil, and vegetables that thrive without a single chemical. Amish gardeners say their animals are the only employees who work for feed and never complain. Natural life like microbes and earthworms. Unlike fast-fix fertilizers, it's a slow burn of fertility that pays off over years, not days. Amish gardeners are willing to wait 3 to 5 years to develop soil like this. That kind of patience is almost unheard of in the modern gardening world. But it works, because they know that soil isn't just the start of the garden, it is the garden.